Hello and welcome to today's pandemic update video for Monday, November 28th, 2022. We're coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, which was a multi-day holiday period. Generally between Wednesday of last week and Monday of today, there have been a lot of lagged reports. Most states did not report, and a lot of lagged data is slowly starting to come in now. And let me tell you, the early signs of what's going to be coming from the Thanksgiving travel, get-togethers, mass gatherings, it's not looking good. So let's start off here with the community transmission map. High levels of transmission is 1,456 of the counties. Substantial transmission is 940 counties. Moderate is 650 counties. Low is 176 counties. I suspect as time goes on over the next couple of weeks, high transmission is going to rapidly explode in many areas. And just because you don't see your area in high transmission right now, please, if you're leaving your house, if you're going out anywhere, consider yourself in high transmission. There's a lot of data not reported. There's a lot of people that are not getting tested. A lot of people that do get tested are being tested on the at-home test. So therefore, their cases are not being picked up by this map. So this map is significantly underdone right now. A lot of people are in the asymptomatic phase still from Thanksgiving and may not be showing symptoms yet and will be in the next couple of days. And then it's going to spread even further. I mean, we're at the start of what's going to likely be a pretty significant surge. All right, let's take a look at the varying proportions. We won't do all of them, but we'll do most of them. BQ 1.1, 29.4% of the cases. BQ.1, 27.9% of the cases. BA.5, still 19.4% of the cases, but it's quickly going down. BF.7, 7% of the cases. BA 4.6, 3.3% of the cases. XBB, 3.1% of the cases, and quickly rising. That's the variant that is currently causing the surge in China. BN.1, 2.9% of the cases. BA 2.75, 2.6% of the cases. BA 5.6, 2.6% of the cases, and BA.11, 1.1% of the cases. Alrighty, continuing on here, we do have some COVID positives to report. So let's just go back to the end of last week. Justin Miller tested positive. Over the weekend, we found out that Will Smith tested positive. Anna Nervario tested positive. Maddie McLean tested positive. He's a TV host over in New Zealand. Thomas Bach tested positive. And U.S. Representative Angie Craig tested positive. She is a representative, I believe, up in Minnesota area. Alrighty, moving on to today's cases. Again, not all the states have reported yet. There's a lot more to come. The next several days, we're going to get some big case reports. But there were still 42,243 cases today. 206 new deaths reported. 338,127 tests. And hospitalizations rose to 28,913. That is up by 91. ICUs are down by 25 at 3,428. Taking a look at the map here, it's really not good to look at this map because of how many states have not reported. By the end of this week, I expect to see blue, which means rising cases in almost every state. All right, coming down here to the states that did report today. Texas, 11,060 cases. That's a multi-day total. New York, 3,052 cases. Illinois, multi-day total, 8,314 cases. New Jersey, multi-day total from the holiday, 7,768 cases. Virginia, 2,222 cases. That's a multi-day total. Kentucky, multi-day total, 3,867 cases. Maryland, 731. Arkansas, 513. Mississippi, 1,375. Connecticut, 154. New Mexico, 2,184. West Virginia, 862. Guam, 141. Now, there is a couple other things I want to look at here. Let's click on Florida, shall we? And let's take a look at the hospitalizations in Florida. Look what's going on here. They are flat, but they are slowly starting to rise. Let's go back here. We're going to take a look at another one. Let's take a look at New Jersey, shall we? Take a look at the New Jersey hospitalization chart. Look what's going on in New Jersey. You can see As of November 19th, they're starting to rise. They're now up to 1,100 hospitalizations. Let's do Illinois, shall we? What's going on in Illinois? Because I'm curious. Take a look at Illinois hospitalizations. Whoa, all of a sudden there's really, let's enlarge this. Look at this. They are really starting to go up in Illinois. And we're going to see this in more places. Continuing on here. New York State, as stated here, 3,052 cases today. Positivity is now at 7.3%. That's really starting to go up. And the latest update of hospitalizations in New York State, this goes back to last week. We will get a new update, hopefully tomorrow. And I'm afraid it's going to probably be over 3,000. But the latest one is 2,887. I'm expecting that to be over 3,000 tomorrow. HHS hospitalizations. We did briefly pass 29,000 yesterday. It dropped slightly today because of Sunday lag. I'm expecting a huge increase either tomorrow or Wednesday. And by the end of this week, it'll easily be over 30,000, maybe even 31,000. But currently it's at 28,773. And there is something I want to point out here. Let's take a look at California. California, the trends are not all that good. 3,138 people in the hospital for coronavirus. California is now using 80.55% of all beds in the state. That's right, they're over my 80% threshold. I will be doing an update at some point this week on states that are over 80% of their capacity being used. Alright, moving on to Walgreens. Take a look at this. Yes, you're seeing a lot of red here. You're seeing a lot of bright red. The positivity in the country is really starting to go up. National positivity is up by 3% to now at 33.6%. And to be honest with you, I think with this surge that's coming, I think the national positivity could hit 40%, which I believe would be the first time it's ever done that. The highest it's ever hit is 37%. I am expecting it to surpass that. Not only is testing down, cases in general, they're on the rise right now. So let's start out here. We're going to do most of the bright red areas. Maine is now at 32.3%. That's a 9.4% increase. Vermont's now at 18.2%. That's up 7.1%. West Virginia's at 30.3%. That's up by 6.4%. Tennessee's at 30.3%. That's up by 7%. Oklahoma's at 30.2%. That's up by 8.9%. Florida is at 33.6%. That's up by 3%. Alabama is at, there we go. Alabama's at 26.5%. That's up by 5.7%. Big rise in Louisiana to 27.4%. That's up by 5.7%. Oklahoma's at 30.2%. That's up by 8.9%. Alaska's up by 2.1% to 22.7%. Hawaii is at 29.7%. Look at this. It is up by 22.4%. California up by 2.5%. That is to 33.9% positivity. And speaking of California, California reported over 5,000 cases today for their holiday dump just since Saturday. So California is rapidly getting really bad in California. Let's take a look at Nevada. Nevada's up by 4% to 39.1% positivity, and their hospitalizations are rising. And finally, let's do Texas. 35.4% positive. Look at this chart. It is going straight up in Texas. 7.9% increase. Speaking of Texas, let's take a look at their dashboard. Their hospitalizations are now at 1,464. If you take a look at the chart here, it is rapidly going up. Since last week, since last Wednesday, it's now up by 400. They only have 35 pediatric ICU beds left. That's not good at all. And let's take a look at the Texas positivity rate. It is at 10.89%, about to pass 11%. It is just rapidly going up. If you remember, last week they were at 8.5%. So, yeah, it's really going up, and it's going to continue to go up as things continue to get worse. Quickly taking a look at flu here. And you can see here, flu is now rising to moderate to high levels in most of the country, with exceptions to Michigan, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, South Dakota, even Arizona is starting to get close to moderate ranges. And it's just continuing to get worse. So in closing, we can see that things are starting to get really bad across the country. The evidence is there that not only flu is going to go up, but coronavirus is really starting to take up. Things are really rapidly rising out in California. As you saw, Texas is going up. Florida is going to follow. And eventually the Northeast states will follow. Millions of people traveled in this country. Millions. I mean, the traffic maps yesterday were just traffic jams everywhere. It looked busy, even busier than 2019 levels. Therefore, things are about to get out of hand, and unfortunately, at the time this is getting ready to peak and maybe drop a little bit at the middle of December, we'll already be going into Hanukkah and all the other holidays, so it'll just go up again. So the next several months are going to be a tremendous strain on the hospitals. Alrighty, thanks for watching. We will have videos like this all week long, tracking just what happens here. And stay safe, everyone. And remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below and share these videos as much as possible. Get the word out there that, hey, things are really starting to get bad right now. Stay safe, everyone.